Hi viewers, welcome to Shikshatri. Today's our topic is linear arrangement under logical reasoning. So what are the points we should remember while learning linear arrangement? We'll discuss it. So let's start. First point, all facing one direction, whether it is north or south direction. So you can see from the statement there are two possible ways of arrangement. One, all of them are facing north direction. Now in this case, this is called north direction. So they're all sitting in that direction. Second, they can also sit in the south direction like this. Now what will be difference if I say north direction and what is south direction? And what I should do if nothing is mentioned in the puzzle? If nothing is mentioned in the puzzle, we'll take by default it as north direction. Now why north direction? If I turn like north direction, my right will be their right and my left will be their left. So there will be no problem in understanding what is right and what is left here. So simply it is right and this is left. When I face south like them, see here, my right will be this side, my left will be this side. So this is called left and this is called right. So that will be the basic difference. So there will be always a disturbance in right and left. So in case if the statements do not mention right or left, by default you should take it as north. That's what the point is. Now second thing, randomly facing here. What is meant by randomly facing? Some of the people in this seating arrangement will be facing north and remaining all people will be facing towards south. Now in these type of directions or in these type of puzzles, I need to know in which direction the person is facing, and based on that the arrangement will continue to happen. If I am unable to understand which direction is sitting, then I may always get multiple possibilities. Now remember, when I am dealing with puzzles, I may also get multiple possibilities. So I should make sure that all the possibilities I should explore, and then based on that I should come to the final outcome. And again, what I'm trying to say, please listen to me carefully. The final outcome can be multiple outcomes or a unique outcome also. So nothing like we need to get a unique outcome every time. We may get multiple outcomes as well. Now look at the third point, odd number of people or even number of people. If I'm taking odd number of people, then I'll have a middle position, exactly middle position. These are called extreme left, extreme right. So there will be extreme ends in that case. If I am arranging even number of people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there is nothing called a middle position, but we'll have extreme left and extreme right as a possibilities. Okay, so these are the arrangements. Now let's see what are the other points we should remember. Some statement like this can give you multiple possibilities. So we should always explore all the possibilities. Like what I am trying to say here, A is 3 places away to the left of B. If I take 6 positions here, in this, if I position B here, 3 places away, if I consider they are all facing north, then 1 place away, 2 place away, 3 place away, so this can be called as A position. If I position B here, now it's not necessary, we all know, B may not be on the extreme left. If B is over here, then A will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If B is here, then A can be possibly here in that case. So A is 3 places away to the left of B, means you can see I got multiple possibilities. Again, it depends on how many people you are arranging. If I have more number of people to arrange, then more possibilities will come out. It depends purely on the number of people you are arranging. Now coming to the next one, A is 3 places away from B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I place B here, 1, 2, 3 places away, matlab A can be here. Now the other way around, there can be one more possibility here. Since I don't know the right or left, A is 3 places away we said, but whether it is right 3 places or left 3 places, we have no idea here. So in that case, if I place A here, B also can be taken here. And since I have other arrangements also possible here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I take A here, 3 places away B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I take B here, this can be A. So you can see possibilities will increase, depends on the number of people you are placing. Next. This statement is very crucial to understand. Majority of the time in linear arrangement, you'll find these statements here. Number of people on the left of A, same as the number of people to the right of B. What does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I take A here, how many people are on the left of A? 0. B have to be positioned here in that case. Number of people on the right of B is again 0. Left of A is 0, right of B is also 0. This could be one possible case, all of you. Then taking A and B here, number of people on the left of A is 1, right of B is again 1. Next possibility which I find here based on the number of people I have to arrange, if I take B here, this can be A. Number of people on the left of A, 1, 2, 3, on the right of B is also 3. And the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I take A here, B can be placed here. Number of people on the left of A is 4 and the right of B is again 4. So you can see I got multiple arrangements here based on the statement. Here A, number of people on the left of A, right of B does not mean that A is on the left and B is on the right. So please make a note of these points. Now what are the other types of arrangements we have under linear arrangements? First one, 2 row. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you arrange people in 2 rows, one facing south direction, one facing north direction, every person have an opposite person, there can be diagonally opposite positions like this, then we call it as 2 row arrangement here. So this is one other type of linear arrangement we have. One set of people facing south, one set of people facing north, each have opposite directions here. Okay. Second one, multiple rows and multiple columns. So if I have multiple rows, and you can see here I have 3 rows and 3 columns, and you can consider these people sitting in this position will be called as diagonally arranged. So the people are sitting in a diagonal direction, or the other way around, it could be from right to left also taken as direction. Normally these cases will have people facing north direction. And one more thing here, standing in a queue or a building arrangement. If you see, if you have a people standing in a queue like this, or you have a building where you have first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor and sixth floor, people are arranged floor wise, then it is also said to be a queue or standing in a line kind of a concept. Here we don't have left and right, whereas we'll have front and behind positions. So we need to remember what is front, what is behind. A is 3 places in front of B, behind B kind of a statements will be possible. Normally, while dealing with puzzles, we should also remember there may be a single parameter puzzles or multiple parameter puzzles. What is the parameters? I'll tell you. Here, imagine in this case, we have to arrange people floor wise along with the color of the floor also. Like one floor with a red color, one floor with a orange color, one floor with a green color, like that multiple colors are given. So we need to also arrange the color along with the person staying in that building. So there can be multiple possibilities here wherein we need to arrange the people along with their professions. Like professions, as I said, teachers, doctors, architects, engineers, can be the multiple so their person we need to arrange along with their profession. So these are the certain things which we need to remember while doing linear arrangement, and many of these things will carry with the other types of arrangements also. So now let us start doing some puzzles here. I'll take a pause on this puzzle. You can take a screenshot or you can make my video pause and then read the directions, start working on this question, then I'll give you the answer for this. Hope you all read this puzzle. Now, while solving this puzzle, how to solve this puzzle, let us have some ideas, let us understand some ideas. 4 persons A, B, C, D are sitting in row 1 facing north. So I would take 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people are facing north direction and their names are A, B, C and D. And there is second set of people P, Q, M, N. So I'll take it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are facing south direction with P, Q, M, N. P, Q, M, N have to come in this row. So it indicates which row and all that thing. One person from one row faces the other person exactly one. They are all wearing different colored shirts, we can see. One of them is wearing a grey colored shirt. The following information is known about them. Now please understand there are two parameters here. One, the people A, B, C, D, P, Q, M, N are the people, and they're wearing a different colored shirts. So we need to arrange people along with their colors of shirts. So let us see how do we arrange this case, all of you. Next, all of you, I'll just move it a little up so that you can all understand. Follow this here. Yes, C is second to the left of B, but not at an extreme end, he said. Second to the left of B. Now please understand B and C should belong to this row, and where C is second to the left of B, but also it should not be on the extreme end. So I cannot take C here, I should take C here, wherein this position have to be with B. Now see, C is second to the left of B and also not on the extreme end. So this is the only possibility we'll get it. A is opposite to the person wearing black colored shirt and adjacent to the person wearing yellow colored shirt. Do I know the position of A? I'll get two possibilities. I may get A here or A here. If I take A here, then I'll get two possibilities again. Opposite person wearing black, and either of these two people can wear a yellow colored shirt. So if he is wearing yellow colored shirt, I'll get a different arrangement. If he is wearing yellow colored shirt, I'll get a different arrangement. Or if I take A here, black, and this person will wear yellow color. So I have multiple possibilities here. So I'll not pick up this point right now. Next, Q is wearing a green colored shirt. I don't know Q where he is. I don't know where is the green color. So let us leave it. Next, P is at an extreme end and diagonally opposite to A. So P and A are diagonally opposite. So diagonally opposite, we all know either these two positions diagonally opposite or these two positions are diagonally opposite. Since it is already here, B is already placed, here I can take A and here I can take P. Now since I know A, this person have to wear black colored shirt and this person have to wear yellow colored shirt here. That is also clear with us. So A, opposite person black, the adjacent person with yellow color. Now this is the only position left which can be taken for P. Now there was another point, if you remember, Q wearing green colored shirt. Now this cannot be Q. So either this or this can be a Q color. So that we need to arrange it further. M is wearing red colored shirt and second to the right of the person wearing white colored shirt. Second right, please understand, M and the other person, they both belong to same row. And since M is wearing red colored shirt on the second right, now please understand, if I am facing south, second right would be falling on this side. So please understand, M wearing red colored shirt will be definitely this. M wearing red colored shirt and is on the second right of the person who's wearing white colored shirt. So I got that. Now what? Q and green. If you remember this third point here, Q and green, a combination of Q and green can be only possible here. Now you see almost all the colors I got it of this row. M, this have to be N for sure. N, M, P, Q got arranged. Now coming to the next one, the person wearing blue colored shirt is second to the left of the person wearing magenta. Now if I take magenta here, this have to be a blue colored shirt, which is not possible. If I take magenta here, this have to be blue, not possible. So this I'll take magenta possible, because second left of magenta have to be wearing a blue colored shirt. So I got a blue over here, and finally this person will wear a grey colored shirt. So that is the final outcome of the puzzle right now for us. Now let us understand the questions or the questions based on this. Now let us see how these questions, see what are the answers to these questions. Who is wearing a grey colored shirt? You can see grey colored shirt is wearing by B, so you can make a mark on B here. Next, which of the following is the correct combination? He said A black is wrong, D magenta is correct, right now this is correct, B yellow is wrong, and C grey is again wrong. Okay, next, identify the odd one among the following. Yellow, I'll select yellow here. Green, I'll select green over here. Next one is green. The next one is blue, I'll select blue, and the last one is magenta. What did you observe? I found out of the given 4 options, 3 belong to row one row and one belong to the other row here. So definitely this is odd man out here. So this have to be green. So that is how we solve the puzzle here. Next, let us see one more puzzle for example. Please take a snapshot of this puzzle and start solving this puzzle, all of you. Hope you will have read the puzzle too. In this puzzle given, there are 7 people. The main highlights I am reading here. I am not going to read step by step or line by line. 1, there are 7 people. Second, some of them are facing north and some of them are facing south. Third, in this he said few conditions are there based on which the arrangement have to go. Now, one thing we should always remember, friend, since you have already read the entire puzzle along with the conditions, do you find the first point is very important or second point is very important, third point is very important? I mean, importance means where I can get some concrete information, where I can get some very clear information. Say if I am talking about third point here, if you look at third point, the third point says that if I am taking D at a center, he said D to be at the center, and after D at the center, right side of D should have same number of facing south as left side of D facing same number of people north. So we can consider right side south people is equal to left side north people of D. So what is it takes? I'll take 7 people here, 7 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, one more position 7 here. D is facing or sitting in the middle of the row, that is 1. Now, where is right and left of D? We don't know, because which direction D is facing, we don't know from the statement. Now, if you look at the 5th point here, the number of persons facing south is more than the number of persons facing north, he said. Now, please interpret this statement along with the third statement. What did he say? Number of people facing south more than, since we have 7 people, definitely there cannot be equal number of people of north and south facing. So at least one of them have to be more in number. So south facing are more, north facing are less. What do you understand by this statement? This gives you a clear idea that the D have to face towards south, and then this right side of D should have south people and this left side of D should have north people placed over there. Okay, so we can continue with the statement here. D is facing south. Now what does that means, please? Here on the right side, south facing must be same as left side north facing. So number of south here, number of north here must be equal in number along with D facing south. So definitely south facing will be more in number when compared to north facing. Okay. So next, if you look at this point, all of you, the 4th point, as I see, A is adjacent to both G and F, while C is to the immediate right of B, who is facing north. There are 2 informations. One information is there are 3 people sitting in between G and F. So this is G, this is F, or this could be F and this could be G. This is one information we have. The other information, B is facing north, B is facing north. Also, C is immediately right of B. So C have to be somewhere like this. So these 2 points I can get it from here. Now let us try to arrange it. I find A in the middle here with G or F, and again F or G here in this case. This is one type of arrangement. The other arrangement I get here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, taking D at the center facing south, A here with G or F, F or G is the one we have here. Now, one point, the first point will play a critical role in this case. What did he say? Among the persons who are not seated at the ends except A, among all the 7 people who are not seated at the ends, he's not talking about this, he's not talking about this, except A, each person has neighbors, both of whom facing same direction, but in a direction that is opposite to direction of the person who is exactly between them. A pretty long sentence, but I'll decode this sentence for you, or let us get some virtual ideas on this. Now what does that means here? Suppose we have a person over here as P, the other person's Q and R will be there. If QP is facing south, the other two people have to face north. This is one. Or the other way around, 1, 2, 3, we have B over here facing north, then A and C must face south here. So middle person direction will be different with the neighbors except A. For all the rest of the people it is applicable except A. Now since D is facing south here, whoever sits here have to face north and have to face north here. Now since D is sitting facing south here, this person have to face north and this person also have to face north here. Except A, the neighbor of A may face the same direction as A. This is what it means. So here if you see, this A may face north or south here. But the other people, if you see, please understand the other people. I am getting two possible cases here. Please make a note of that thing, which is very important. This is facing north, so this have to face south and this have to face north here in this case. That is complete arrangement. Now coming to this one, all of you. Now this is facing south, this have to face north in that case. Now I'll connect with this point, all of you. B facing north, immediate right is C. So here you can see, if I take B here, there is no right left. But if I take B here, this have to be C is the possibility. Now I got all of them except what? I got A, B, C, D, E is remaining here. So this will be E. Now if I can understand where is F and G, G and F, then my entire possibility will be finished. So this is one possibility I am getting here. Other one, if you see, this is facing north. Now if I take B here, this have to be C according to this point here. But here the possibility, B and C possibility will be here and this will be E. Okay, so I got my second possibility here. Just I need to finish or close it by understanding where is G and F positioned and then I can answer the questions. So let us see, for that we have 1 point again here given. Number of persons between G and E. Number of persons between G and E. Now if I take a G here, this E, if I connect, how many people are between G and E? If I take G there, 3 people. F and the other fellow B also should have same number of people, he said. So if I look at it, F here and B here, you see again there are 3 people. So this is only possible if I take G here and F over here. So I'll remove F from here and I'll remove G from here, friends. Okay, so this will be G and this will be F. Coming to this one, all of you. G and E, so this will be F out, and F and B, you can consider this will be G out here. So that is my final arrangement here. Now finally I need to also understand in which direction and what. See, this is D, right side of D, number of people facing south. Left side, number of people facing north. Here you see, on the left side there are 2 people facing north. So on this side I need 2 people facing north. So in that case, where will be F, where will be A is what I need to understand. So I need 2 people facing south. So those other two people will be facing south here because there are 2 north here. There have to be 2 south here in that case. So that ends my arrangement. Last here in this case, if you see there are 1 person facing south. So this side there should be only 1 person facing north. So other 2 persons have to face south in that case here. South. So that completes my total arrangement here. Okay. So now let us answer the questions. Quickly answer the questions. Now friends, these were the 2 possible arrangements I got it. Let's answer the questions. In how many different ways can the 7 persons be seated? I got 2 ways here. 2 ways here. Fine. How many maximum possible number of persons sitting between A and E? If you look at the first case, between A and E, 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Between A and E, here there are only 2 people. So 4 is the maximum number of people. So my answer would be 4 in this case. Now these type of questions, if questions which you can see on the board right now, they are conditional based questions. So read the condition. If F is not sitting at the end. So at an end, you see here in this case F is not at the end, whereas here F is at the end. So he asked me to take this condition here. Okay. Now F is not at the end. Who is sitting 2 places away to the right of D? Please understand D is facing south, right would be this side, 2 places away will be C. So my answer will be C in that case. Conditional based. I should go by this or this, the question will decide. So since this question has multiple possibilities, I need to go by the condition. Now second question here, or fourth question, I'm sorry. If A is second to the right of D, if you see this position, right of D is that side, A is second, right is this, okay, that means we need to go by the first type of arrangement. Then exactly, or who is exactly between G and E said, you see G and E exactly between will be B, and B is facing which direction? North. So we need to know B is facing north direction is the final answer for this. So here please understand, this all needs some practice, and I have given you two puzzles with two parameters, single parameter, multiple directions and all that, and the basics. Please go through the basics and start practicing more on linear arrangements. Thank you all.